This video is sponsored by PTCGLstore.com, a great place for you to buy Pokemon TCG code cards. Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Ceruledge EX from the Surging Sparks expansion set. This build is super easy to pilot and is great even for beginners. Ceruledge EX is a Fire-type Terra Pokemon with 270 HP, 2 retreat costs, and it is weak to water. It has 2 powerful attacks. The first one is Abyssal Flames. For just a single fire energy, it deals 30 plus damage, and 20 more damage for each energy card that is in your discard pile. This attack can be so powerful that it has the potential to one-hit knock out any Pokemon in the game. And its second attack is Raging Amethyst. For 1 fire, 1 psychic, and 1 metal energy, it deals 280 damage, but then you have to discard all energies attached to this Pokemon. This attack is great early game, especially if you have not built up the energies in your discard pile yet. Being able to hit for 280 allows you to knock out most basic EX or V Pokemon, or even V-Star Pokemon in the game. I included Psychic and Metal energies in this list, just so I can try this attack if at all possible. And I also included Crispin in the deck so that we can energize this attack. Admittedly though, Abyssal Flames will really be the focal point for the majority of our attacks. And putting energies in the discard pile is so easy, especially with the new A-Spec card Brilliant Blender. This allows you to search your deck for up to 5 cards, and then you just discard them. So you can use this to discard a bunch of energies. To discard more energies, you want to begin the game with Squawkabilly EX as much as possible. You can only use its ability on your very first turn, however, Squawk and Seize lets you discard your entire hand and then you draw 6 cards. Also, if you go first and you happen to have Carmine in your hand, you can discard your entire hand and then draw 5 cards. Usually you can't use a supporter card on your first turn going first, but this one you can, which is really helpful. Of course, for your other turns, you can also use Professor's Research so that you can discard your entire hand and then draw 7 cards. You can also use Earthen Vessel to discard a card from your hand, then search your deck for 2 basic energies. And then maybe you can discard those energies with Ultra Ball and then search your deck for a Pokemon that you need. Or you can also use the Cycling Road Stadium card. This allows you to discard 1 basic energy from your hand so that you can draw 1 card. Or you can also use Radiant Greninja to use its Concealed Cards ability. By discarding 1 energy card from your hand, you can draw 2 cards. And not only that, you can also get a sneaky double KO with its Moonlight Shuriken attack, dealing 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. And this is also the reason why we have Origin Form Palkia V-Star in this deck, more for its Star Portal V-Star Power ability, which lets you accelerate up to 3 water energies from your discard pile to your water Pokemon in any way you like. So this is great for powering up your Radiant Greninja. Although you can also use this to attack for 2 water energies. Subspace Well deals 60 plus damage and 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon from both players. As for the other cards worth noting, I added a copy of Briar. Since Ceruledge EX is a Terra Pokemon, especially if your opponent only has 2 prize cards remaining during a game, if you knock out their active with Ceruledge EX, you can take 1 extra prize. And for variety, I also have Jet Energy in this deck. If you attach it to one of your bench Pokemon, you switch it into the active spot. This is very useful, especially if your opponent is trying to trap one of your other Pokemon in the active spot. And finally, I also have 1 copy of Mist Energy. This can prevent effects of attacks such as instant knockouts or any damage spread attacks. Again, your goal for this build is to just discard as much energies as you can to increase Ceruledge EX's attack, and then you can just knock out anything that gets in your way. But just be mindful of how much energies you have left because obviously you'll still need some to attack. So be sure not to callously discard the Night Stretchers since you might need them to recover one of your energies or one of your Pokemon from your discard pile. Overall though, Ceruledge EX is surprisingly good. It can win you most matchups since it has the potential to one-hit knock out any Pokemon in the game. If you're one of those players that just wants to knock out Pokemon and move on with no other complicated setup, or if you're new to the Pokemon TCG, this is a great deck for you. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. Now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Ceruledge EX. Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support. Alright, on to our first match. We have Brilliant Blender. That's awesome. I had to take 2 mulligans though, giving my opponent 2 extra cards, and we're going against Dragapult EX. And we are going first. I'll start by using Brilliant Blender. And since we have Night Stretcher, you can actually discard 1 Pokemon, and then you can set it up. So I'm going to go with Charcadet, and I'm just going to discard a bunch of energies here, focusing on water energies. We can use that to power up Radiant Greninja with Palkia V-Star. Recover this, set it up, And with Ultra Ball, I'm gonna get Squawkabilly EX. Especially, you can only use its ability on the very first turn, so you want to prioritize Squawkabilly EX. And I'm gonna protect it with Mist Energy. That way they can't put damage counters on it. And I'm just gonna Squawk and Seize. Alright, we got Nest Ball. And I think I'm gonna go with Palkia V. And I'm just gonna end my turn here. Alright. Yo, my opponent will also start strong with an Ace Spec card using Precious Trolley. They can search their deck for as many basic Pokemon as they want and put them straight to their bench, and there it is. A bunch of Dreepies goes to the bench and 2 Iron Thorns EX. A very popular combination right now. Iron Thorns EX can definitely slow down their opponent, and that can very much slow us down as well. And they're gonna boss my Palkia V in the active. And we're actually weak against lightning here, so they can one-hit knock out my Palkia V with Iron Thorns. At least we can evolve into a Ceruledge EX. I can attach an energy to Palkia, and I'm just gonna Iono. Alright, we got a Nest Ball. Let's go ahead and set up another basic here. I think I'm gonna go with Charcadet. And then, even if I evolve into a V-Star, we can't use our ability. So I'm just gonna rule the region, search our deck for a Stadium. Our one and only Cycling Road. It's gonna help us to discard more energies and draw more cards. So next turn I could probably use Ultra Ball to get Palkia V-Star, Nice Treasure for another Water Energy, and start attacking. With a full bench from both players, I think we could even take out this Iron Thorns EX. But for now, my opponent will use Technical Machine Evolution. They can evolve into 2 Dracloaks. There it is. Now it's our turn. Alright, we got another Ceruledge EX. I'm gonna start by using Cycling Road, discard 1 basic energy, draw 1. Luminion V. Go ahead and recover 1 water energy. Power this guy up. Evolve this, and then we can use Ultra Ball to get Palkia V-Star. Oh man, it's prized. So I'll just grab Radiant Greninja, use Carmine, draw 5. I can use Ultra Ball, discard these. And I guess I'll just get Ceruledge EX, thin out my deck, and then I'm just gonna whiff this attack. Yeah, either way, my opponent can fully energize their Iron Thorns EX if they have Crispin. They can knock out Palkia because it's weak to lightning. But at least those 2 energies will go to the discard pile, increasing the attack damage output for Ceruledge EX. Again, Iron Thorns EX can drastically slow down any deck that focuses on abilities from Rule Box Pokemon. And my opponent has set up 4 Dracloaks. That's insane. That's 4 cards that they can draw. Recon Directive can look at the top 2 cards of their deck, put 1 at the bottom of their deck, and then put the other one in their hands. So they have a pretty powerful draw engine here. But they have yet to evolve into Dragapult EX. They put 1 energy to Iron Thorns and boss a Radiant Greninja. So they can't attack yet. So we survive another turn, which I will take. Cycling Rogue gets us another Fire Energy. I think I'm going to start by just powering up my Ceruledge EX. Because next turn, my opponent can definitely put 1 energy in attack. And I'm just going to recover Briar and another Professor's Research. And my turn. So the Iron Thorns Dragapult combo is a slow setup, but it's very effective. Slow setup for them, but it also slows down their opponent, especially with Iron Thorns ability in effect. And each time they attack, they can transfer an energy from Iron Thorns to one of their bench Pokemon. They can also slowly energize their Dragapult EX to attack in the preceding turns. So with the Terra Orb, they search their deck for Dragapult EX. They evolve one. They can knock out my Radiant Greninja with Volt Cyclone, dealing 280 damage, transferring one energy card to their Dragapult EX. But at least they're only getting one prize for that. So I'm gonna put Palkia V in the active. I can retreat it, discard the other two energies, and then even Cycling Road this. And then we got Crispin, yo! 250 damage! That's awesome. Enough to knock out this Iron Thorns EX. Getting us our first two prizes. Alright, not too bad. So, we just have to be patient. My opponent did definitely slow us down, but in the end, I think we still have the upper hand, being ahead in the price trade here. The only Pokemon that they can really knock out with the single hit is Squawkabilly EX. But other than that, Ceruledge EX should be able to survive the 200 damage attack. And even if they put 6 damage counters to our other Ceruledge, it will still survive a 200 damage attack. So we should be good. So now they have one Dragapult EX fully energized. They will counter catcher my Squawkabilly EX, spread damage to Fezandipity, and my Palkia V. Alright. So they'll take a knockout. They'll take 2 prizes for that. And we need to build up our attack damage, guys. Set up another Charcadet. Use Cycling Road. Got Super Rod. Can we recover anything? I can recover a Radiant Greninja, I guess. But let me flip the script first, because my opponent did knock out one of our Pokemon last turn. We discard this. We got 2 energies. And then we need more energies to discard here. I'm gonna use Professor's Research. We are desperate, guys. 330. Alright, that's enough to knock out this Dragapult EX with Abyssal Flames. There it is. Even at 320 HP, it's no match for Ceruledge EX. Actually, their stall gave us more time to set up and discard more energy, so it's actually on my opponent's, you know, it's their folly for allowing us to buy more time to discard more energies. But at a normal pace, we should be able to discard a lot of energies very quickly if we're able to use our Pokemon's abilities, because Iron Thorns also prevented a Radiant Greninja from using the Concealed Cards abilities, so it took a bit of time before we can build up those energies in our discard pile. But regardless, my opponent cannot knock out my Ceruledge EX anyways, and we'll just take our final knockout to get our 2 prizes on our next turn. But my opponent concedes! Alright, good game. Moving on to our next match, I had to take 1 mulligan, giving my opponent an extra card. And we're gonna start this one with Fezandipity EX again in the active spot, but this time we're going against Charizard EX. Alright. Well, I can use Earthen Vessel to get water energies. Again, I want to build up those water energies for Radiant Greninja. Maybe we can take multiple knockouts. And then we're gonna get Squawkabilly EX. I'm gonna use Ultra Ball to get rid of these 2 as well. And then this time we have Palkia V-Star, so I'm gonna go with Palkia V. Use Squawk and Seize. And we got Carmine. Nice. We can use that during this turn as well. Get Radiant Greninja. Draw 2 extra cards by discarding 1 energy. And we got Charcadet. Perfect setup right here, guys. I hate to discard Super Rod, but we're gonna go ahead and do that. We got Cycling Road to discard another energy. Get rid of this. Boss Orders, and then I can attach an energy to Charcadet. I'm gonna end my turn. Alright, so I can always just use Jet Energy to put on Radiant Greninja, put in the active, and if we can get our hands to evolve into Palkia V-Star, we can fully energize Radiant Greninja. Maybe take multiple knockouts against our opponent's Charizard or Charmanders. We're going to use Buddy Buddy Puff and set up 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less on their bench. And they will get Cleffa and another Charmander. They have Nest Ball. Rotom V goes onto the bench. And they're just gonna instant charge. Alright. So we have the upper hand here. We got Iono. I'm gonna go ahead and Jet Energy Radiant Greninja. Switch into the active. Iono. Come on. Oh, we got Brilliant Blender. Concealed cards first. Draw 2. Oh, dude, we got it. Got Ultra Ball. We can get Palkia V-Star. And with Brilliant Blender, you just discard a bunch of energies. And then power up our Ceruledge EX at some point. Alright. We even got Palkia V-Star with Cycling Road. Now we're just going to accelerate all 3 energies to Radiant Greninja. And we're just going to Moonlight Shuriken and knock out 2 of their main attackers. Discarding these 2 energies. There it is. They'll have to start over by setting up more Charmanders on their bench. They will need Manaphy to protect their bench. Because all we have to do is attach an energy to Radiant Greninja. And then you can even knock out their Pidgey and this Cleffa to get 2 more prizes. And that's exactly one of the reasons why we want Palkia V-Star in this deck, along with Radiant Greninja. Because Radiant Greninja not only helps to discard our energies, draw cards, but it's also a great attacker. So they didn't set up any Manaphy's. They will evolve into a Pidgeot EX though, and they have a lineup of Dusknoir. And I guess that can help them to knock out one of our Pokemon. Especially if they evolve into Charizard EX. Their attack damage output really depends on how many prizes we've already taken. But they're just going to put Palkia V-Star in the active. They're going to stall. And they will just draw to end their turn. Okay. Well, we should have another Jet Energy in the deck. I'm just going to recover Iono in boss orders. And if we have Jet Energy, let's see, let's go ahead and use Iono. Maybe we can get it. Alright, we didn't get it. But we got Ceruledge EX though. And then... yeah, that's the only energy left in the deck. So our power is to its maximum right now. But we need to get rid of Radiant Greninja's energies as well. But as it is, our Palkia V-Star is stuck in the active right now. Maybe my opponent can finally evolve into Charizard EX. There it is. That will activate Infernal Rain ability, allowing them to search their deck for up to 3 basic fire energies and attach it to their Pokemon in any way they like. They will also evolve into Dusclops. Retreat. But at 2 prizes that we've already taken, it's not enough to knock us out. But they will use Cursed Blast, knocking out their own Dusclops, giving us 1 prize. And we got a Mist Energy. And that's actually fine with me. That is okay with me. They'll take a knockout against Palkia V-Star. They'll get 2 prizes for it. But we are 1 step closer to winning this game, actually. So we're just gonna try and attack with Ceruledge EX. We're at 290. Let's go ahead and use Pheasantipity. Concealed cards. Jet Energy. 310. Oh, we need to discard this. Yeah, I might have to just sacrifice this Jet Energy, actually. Which is not ideal, especially if my opponent can trap us, but that's fine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna take advantage of this Jet Energy, I think. Since we have 3 prizes left remaining anyways, what I could do is just take a knockout against their Cleffa, and then go from there. But I need a backup attacker, so if they target our Ceruledge, we have a Charcadet to back us up. So I'm just gonna Moonlight Shuriken, knock out their Cleffa, deal 90 damage to their Charizard EX. And 2 prizes remaining, they can definitely one-hit knock out our Ceruledge. So if they boss my Ceruledge, we have Charcadet, we can just Night Stretcher, recover an energy, and then recover Ceruledge EX, evolve it, and take a one-hit knockout against their Charizard EX. Or if they retreat it, we have Boss's Orders to knock out one of their other 2 prize Pokemon. So we pretty much have this game unless they use some type of hand disruption. We have all the cards that we need here to win this game. Alright, they're going to replace our stadium with Collapse Stadium. They're going to increase their attack. But it doesn't matter. Ceruledge EX can one-hit knock out any Pokemon in the game. Man, Ceruledge EX is actually pretty awesome. And they will definitely target it with Counter Catcher. Burning Darkness deals 330 damage. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put Charcadet in the active. And we even have Briar, man. That's awesome. So we can get Ceruledge EX, get an energy with Night Stretcher. And my opponent concedes. There you have it, guys. Good game. Alright, on to our final match. We are going to start this one with the Squawkabilly EX in the active spot. And my opponent will be going first. And we're going against Miraidon EX. Alright. It's definitely a strong build to go against. It did win a recent regionals tournament. So you should not underestimate this build for sure. So my opponent has Iron Hands EX on their bench. They have Raikou V fully energized already. And another Miraidon will use Tandem Unit to get another Raikou V and a Pikachu EX. Thankfully, they cannot attack this turn yet, otherwise Squawkabilly EX would have been dead, being weak to lightning and all. So now it's our turn, alright. First off, I'm going to use Professor's Research, discard my entire hand, draw 7. We got Charcadet, we have Nest Ball. I'm going to go for Radiant Greninja. Use Earthen Vessel, discard Manaphy, we don't need that for this match. Get Fire Energies, and we're going to Squawk and Seize. Discard my entire hand, draw 6. We got Jet Energy. I'm going to sacrifice that. We can use Concealed Cards, draw 2. We get more energies. Alright. That means we can use Cycling Road as well. Discard a basic energy, draw 1. We got another Charcadet. And I'm going to retreat my Squawkabilly into Radiant Greninja. Recover Professor's Research with Palpad. And I'm just going to end my turn. So I retreated my Squawkabilly EX, something that I can control. Because they can just retreat their Miraidon, knock it out with Raikou V, and they can easily get 2 prizes for it. At least with Radiant Greninja in the active, they can only take 1 prize. Even if they knock it out with Raikou V, we should be fine. And it's going to take them quite an effort before they can fully energize their Iron Thorns EX. Otherwise, if Radiant Greninja gets knocked out by Iron Thorns, they can get 1 extra prize. Especially, Greninja is weak to lightning as well. So as of right now, they're just gonna take a knockout against Radiant Greninja, and they get 1 prize. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put Charcadet in the active. And our main goal, ooh, we got Palkia V. Our main goal here is to evolve into Ceruledge EX. We can flip the script. They knocked out one of our Pokemon last turn. Cycling Road, discard 1 more energy, another Charcadet, and I think we have all the components here, but we have 2 Ceruledge in the discard pile, so I'm gonna use Super Rod to recover those, along with Palkia V-Star. That way we can guarantee that we have Ceruledge EX in the deck before we discard anything here, and then we'll need this energy to power up our attack. And I'm gonna go with Luminion V to save. And sure enough, 1 is prize. So I'm going to evolve this to Ceruledge EX, put a Fire Energy, and we're dealing 250 damage, knocking out their Raikou V for our first 2 prizes. There you have it, guys. Ceruledge EX is super powerful. It is so easy to just get those energies in the discard pile. But thankfully though, a lot of our opponent's Pokemon doesn't have a lot of HP, so it doesn't really require a lot of energies in the discard pile for us to just get enough damage output to knock out their Pokemon. And at 270 HP, Ceruledge EX can actually survive a lot of their attacks. The only Pokemon that can knock it out is with Raichu V, but they don't have that yet. And with this Raikou V, we can also control its damage output. As long as we don't put any more Pokemon on our bench, we can still lessen the attack damage of this Raikou V. So Area 0 Under Depths comes into play. Again, Raikou V's attack depends on how many Pokemon are on both players' bench. So the more Pokemon, the more damage Raikou V will deal. So as of right now though, the only Pokemon they have powered up is Miraidon EX, and Zapdos is there to increase their attack damage output. But even with that, I don't think they can get a knockout against our Ceruledge EX. Okay, they're gonna use Forest Seal Stone, the V-Star power for the game, and they're gonna get Switch Card to switch into Miraidon EX. And Bravery Charm, alright, adds HP. You're gonna use Electric Generator to power up their Raikou V. And 240, not even enough to knock out our Ceruledge EX. Awesome. Hey, we got Crispin. You know what, guys? At 270 HP, we can definitely knock this out with our second attack. I've never actually showcased that attack. I've never used it, so maybe this is the chance. Let's go ahead and use Crispin, I think. Oh, we don't have Metal Energy, but we have Night Stretcher. What I could do, since we have two different types of energies, I can accelerate one. So I'll accelerate this Psychic Energy. And then we can use Night Stretcher to get a Metal Energy to attach for turn. And you know what, guys? We can use Raging Amethyst. There it is, 280 damage, knocking out their Miraidon EX, getting us 2 more prizes. If you have never seen that, you saw it here first, guys. Ceruledge EX. It's the attack is just, I don't know, it's alright. You won't use it often because the first attack is already so strong, but early game, if you can set it up with Crispin, it's definitely helpful. But yeah, I'm just so happy that I was able to use it. But there you have it, guys. Raging Amethyst. Lightning Rondo is now dealing 280 damage. Yeah, they definitely have the capabilities of one-hit knocking out our Ceruledge EX. But you know what? We only need 2 more prizes, and we even got Brilliant Blender. Let's just get rid of all these energies, and you know what? We just need to knock out this Raikou V anyways, and we're just gonna win this game. There you have it, guys. 370 damage with Abyssal Flames, getting us our last 2 prizes to win the game. Alright, there you have it. Good game. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.